Hello guys and welcome back to the channel The Gent from Hills. We've been hearing the term NATO for quite some time, and NATO has been responsive in creating peace in many of the countries. But what is the NATO? NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and it is also written as OTAN, which is Organisation du Traité de l'Atlantique Nord. NATO was formed on 4th of April 1949 as a military alliance and is headquartered at Brussels, Belgium. It has 30 member states, all which come as a part of the bordering areas of the North Atlantic Ocean. The official language are English and French, and the Secretary General is Jens Stoltenberg. The website is nato.int. NATO is an intergovernmental military alliance between 28 European countries and 2 North American countries. Established in the aftermath of World War II, the organization implements the North Atlantic Treaty that was signed on 4th of April 1949. It is basically a system of collective security whereby its independent members states agree to mutual defense in response to an attack by any external party. An attack on any of the country is considered as an attack on all the group countries which are a part of NATO. The NATO headquartered at Brussels, Belgium, and while the headquarters of Allied Command Operations is near Mons, Belgium. The recent country which has joined NATO is North Macedonia in 27th March 2020. NATO currently recognizes Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia and Ukraine as aspiring members. However, the President of Russia, Mr. Vladimir Putin, wants NATO to promise never to accept Ukraine as a member, which is the current point of concern and also a point of conflict between Ukraine as well as Russia. This is the map of all the countries which are a part of NATO. As you can see the map, in this we have 30 member states, including majority of the countries in Europe, Asia and North America. The Membership Action Plan brought in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Individual Partnership Action Plan Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Moldova, Serbia and Ukraine. There are 20 member states as a part of Partnership for Peace. Through the Mediterranean Dialogue, 7 member states have joined in. Istanbul Cooperation Initiative brought in 4 member states, and the Global Partners brought in 9 member states. These are a list of all the global partners and the member states of NATO. Some similar organizations working for the peacekeeping nations are AUKUS, Australia, United Kingdom, United States, ANZUS, Australia, New Zealand, United States Security Treaty, Collective Security Treaty Organization CSTO, 5 Power Defense Arrangements FPDA, Inter-American Treaty of Reciprocal Assistance, Islamic Military Counter-Terrorism Coalition IMCTC, Middle East Treaty Organization, Northeast Asia Treaty Organization, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, South Atlantic Peace and Cooperation Zone, and Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. To have basic information about the operations and missions, past and present, taken by NATO, we can understand that NATO is an active and leading contributor to peace and security on the international stage. It promotes democratic values and is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes. However, if diplomatic efforts fail, It has the military capacity to undertake crisis management operations alone or in cooperation with other countries and international organizations. It is basically a crisis management organization that has the capacity to undertake a wide range of military operations and missions. This is engaged in operations and missions around the world, managing often complex ground, air, and naval operations in all types of environment. With the outbreak of COVID-19, NATO is ensuring that deployed personnel are protected from the ongoing pandemic too. NATO leads the operations in Kosovo and the Mediterranean. In 2018, NATO initiated a training mission in Iraq which aims at developing the capacity of Iraq's security forces, its defense and security institutions, and its national defense academies. NATO has many operations through which it has restored peace and given independence to certain countries too. When we talk about the Kosovo operation, today approximately 3,500 allied and partner troops operate in Kosovo as part of NATO's Kosovo Force, also known as KFOR. It also undertakes missions related to supporting the African Union, air policing. NATO also takes part in securing the peace in Afghanistan, and along with this, recently we have been hearing the news of how NATO and the member states are trying to adopt Ukraine, which becomes a point of concern and also brings in the crisis issues which are raised by Ukraine as well as Russia. So with this, we end the session. Thank you. Stay safe.